perfect. Whoops. Like already. There we go. All right, perfect. There it is. Yay! Champion. Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Hope y'all are doing okay. Hope y'all are doing well and y'all are hanging in there. Just because it's, everything's getting real. It's just getting more real by the day. I'm telling y'all. All right, so I am just kind of sick of politics right now, so I'm just gonna not even talk about it because I think I've said enough and put enough out there to have everybody understand where I stand on my feelings with all of this craziness. But suffice it to say, it looks like what I have said and what I had specifically specified last year and prior to that is already all starting to materialize because of the details. So I'm going to do another article or report when we're done with all this craziness, or in the next few weeks, I might do another article report just going through everything and kind of sharing all of the details and stuff that I've shared versus what actually is going on. So that way people can get they can see it, side by side, what's been going on. So hope y'all are doing well. Okay, so let's get to it. So if you are on Instagram, you can come on video with me as well. You can request to join me right here. So you can request to be on video with me if you want to come on video. If not, you can just type in your questions in the comment section below, and I'm going to try to get to as many of you as I can. On Facebook and on YouTube, if you want to ask me a question, go ahead and type it in the comment section, and I'm going to go through and try to answer as many as I can. Of course, before we begin, I need to go through my some need to knows or some FYIs. If you are on Instagram, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you might get hit by a troll, meaning somebody messaging you or commenting to your comment, asking you to message them or private message them for a reading or whatever. That has nothing to do with me. That's not me. That is a troll. They're trying to get you guys to buy into their services or so like that. So if that happens, because I'm the only person here, so even if they have the name Fernando, it has to be specifically my actual with my it has to be me. Since I'm talking, I'm not doing it right now. But if you get hit up by someone like that, you need to report them as spam and then block them. And that way the system will pick up on that and then kick them out. What else? My statements are personal opinions, not proven facts. Whatever decisions or actions you take, you are 100% responsible and liable for those. You can change your future. It's never set in stone. I know a lot of people worry about that, but you really can change your future if you want to. People always think that when we're tuning into the future, we're tuning into something that's solid and it's complete. No, whatever. It's almost like a weatherman. When I tune into the future, I'm actually sensing details, but there's a lot of different ways those details can materialize. And so sometimes what I'm giving is basically a prediction. It's a forecast of what I think is going to come, but some differences can happen there, or things can occur in a different way than what I even thought, but the pieces may still be a part of what I'm seeing. So just FYI with that, because sometimes people don't realize it's really just tuning into the pieces, bringing them together, and then making a statement based on those pieces. That's how I tune into the future. So I'm not a licensed medical doctor, counselor, attorney, or law enforcement official. For legal medical advice or treatment, please consult a licensed professional. You can still ask me those kinds of questions. I will still answer those, but you still need to go to a professional who can help you with those specific issues. If you receive guidance during the live, or if you've gotten advice or guidance in past lives, share your experience with people. You can share it in the comments section of the post right after this. There'll be a post with it's a post that shows a sign, and it asks for how did you connect with the messages, or how were you able to understand the advice. So you can just share your experience. People can see how this goes, or how this works, and how people can connect the pieces there. If you appreciate this live, or if you would like to just give me a gesture of gratitude, just give me a heart, or give me a thumbs up if you're on YouTube and Facebook. Also share this. You can click the little button to share this with people that you know who may need a reading as well, or who may need a chance to come in here and ask their question, or just share it with people if you feel comfortable doing that as well. What else? Oh, yeah, yeah. If you get tired of waiting for me to answer your question, because I don't always answer everybody's questions, of course. I'm only one person. I can only go through so many. You can go to my website, fernandomarone.com. I have the links connected to my profile. You can just type it in as well, fernandomarone.com, because that's where you can go to find out what I have to offer if you just want to like schedule some time with me, or you want to go ahead and have some questions answered. You don't want to, keep having to pop in here and wait to see if I pick you or not. I do try to pick new people every single week. It's not like I'm trying to pick the same people. Every now and then, of course, I do still pick the same people that may have asked a question, a while back ago. But I try to pick new people just because I want to give people a chance to get their questions answered or to have an experience. So that's why I try to pick new people every single time. Of course, that doesn't always happen. So just FYI with that. When I go through the comments, I am looking for specific questions, y'all. I'm not looking for general questions. For me, general questions are, what do you see? Do you have a message? Tell me about so-and-so. Those are general questions. Like, I don't have time for a full reading. I need y'all to be very specific about your questions. So if you're asking me about your finances, your health, your work, or your relationship, be specific in what you're actually asking. People are always like, what do you see with so-and-so? And I'm like, we've got 15 minutes. I've only got so much time to answer your question. So I need you to be specific. And I don't know why people would do that. But that's for that. If you want to connect with a loved one in spirit, just let me know who you want to connect with so I can try to connect as quickly with that person as possible and hopefully give you some information to validate that they are with you. I don't see them. I don't hear them. They don't speak perfect English. They are communicating using thoughts, emotions, and memories. So the pieces connect in my brain and I've got to figure out where they're going with it. Sometimes I'm really good at figuring that out. Sometimes I'm not. So sometimes I need a little bit of help, or I just need to spit it out because sometimes I overthink it and I just need to like share it the way that it's coming through. But I really do try to figure it out because I'm nosy and I want to know everybody's business anyway. So that's just the way it is with me. So I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I need to say because I think I've said it all. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. So let's start up here. I'm going to go through. I'm not going in any particular order. So I'm just going to be popping around. I'm going to do half text versions, meaning text. When I say text, I don't mean phone text, y'all. I'm actually meaning like through your comments, text words is what I'm saying. So that's what I mean when I say text readings. And then of course, halfway through, I'll start bringing some of y'all on live as well. And then after this, we are doing the, our study group time. We didn't get the chance to do it last week, so I'm doing it today. We got some catching up to do. So we are on a course in miracles. And so we're going to get to that after the lives today. Okay. All right. So let me go through here. Jumping around here. There's nothing better than like a cup of tea or hot coffee. It's just, it's like, I feel like, it's like whenever you're all rowdy or you're all riled up, you're like, I just need to like chill out, guys. And then like, you have your tea. It's funny because I always like slurp it that way. I don't know why. I don't even know who taught me that or who got me to start doing that. But that's just the way I do it, y'all. So if y'all don't like slurping people, tough cookies, right? All right, going through here. Michelle G on YouTube. Hi, Ferny. I would like to know if I'm on the right track on getting my own place. Thank you. Yes. I actually think that you will have an opportunity to go ahead and get into your own place in about 2.5 months, but there might be a 3-month delay after that. I don't really know why there would be a 3-month delay, meaning that you may find a place or you may be able to get a space. Or you may find the place or find something in 2.5 months, but either the timing's not right or it may not be available for another 2 or 3 months. So you might have to wait a little while. But to answer your question, I do think that you are on the right track, but I think that you might have the ability to be picky, even though most people, they're like just trying to get somewhere. They're not as picky, but I feel like you might be able to be picky. So be picky. Okay. Any Shayna Rushing. Hi Ferny, any messages from my dad or grandfather? Yeah, I want to say this might be dad. I feel like I'm seeing cowboy like stuff. I'm almost reminded of the rodeo. So I don't know if one of them was a bit of either they were a horseback rider or they just had a lot of like rodeo paraphernalia, because I kind of feel like that Western vibe there. I'm actually seeing a cowboy hat, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of them actually has a cowboy hat, or there's a hat connected to one of them. I also keep smelling smoke, so I want to say that one of them was a bit of a smoker. I don't even know who I'm with there, because I'm trying to focus on one and they're just kind of doing this. So they're kind of like, they're meshing in with each other. So I'm having difficulty separating them in my head. But I want to say I'm leaning towards Dad. I kind of want to stick with that because I want to talk to Dad the most. But I want to say that he has shown me the number 7, so the 7th of a month, or July is connected. He also keeps acknowledging thank you. He's doing this to my eyes. I don't know why. So I don't know if he was having difficulty with one of his eyes, or there's an issue with covering one of the eyes up, or not having the ability to see with one. But he's almost doing this. So there's a reference there as well. Birds are connected as well. So you might have experiences with birds. And it may be like the funniest experiences with birds. Like, oh, I was at the beach thinking about my dad, and then like a seagull came and got in front of my face, or I was thinking about my dad and this crow landed right in front of me. Like, it's an odd bird thing. It's not just like the traditional bird thing, like with doves or cardinals. Okay. Taylor on Facebook's like, what carrier should I be pursuing? I don't understand the question, so you might need to specify, because I'm not sure what you're referring to. When I think of carrier, I think of cell phones. I'm like, is she talking about a cell phone carrier? So can you be more specific? I'll look for your question again to see if I can find your question again. Okay. Teresa Terry Farrow on Facebook, any messages from anyone who has passed, especially my ex-husband? Yeah, let me check with your ex-husband, see if I can get your ex-husband on the line here. First of all, he keeps acknowledging the number 2. So I don't know if thank you. For me, 2, automatically, I think of dates. So I think of like February or the 2nd of a month. But I kind of want to I kind of feel like I'm looking at marriages. So I don't know if he was your second husband or you've been remarried since, but he's acknowledging that too. So I'm thinking that it could actually be one of those. He also keeps acknowledging thank you. There might be a watch or something that goes around the wrist that is connected to him, because he's making reference to that. He also keeps talking about having to split. The way I want to describe this is, here's an example. Let's say I was in a relationship with someone, I contributed financially to something, but when we ended, or when it was done, we didn't actually resolve that financial thing, but after the passing, it had to be resolved, so there was like a split. So I don't know if there's something like that that's happened with the situation with your ex, but I got a runny nose, guys, sorry. But there's like something like that I'm almost feeling the vibes of. So he's showing me something like that. He also keeps acknowledging, okay, I'm seeing hair. That's interesting. I don't know. Normally with males, I never see like a lock of hair, but I wonder if he's also acknowledging that you have a lock of hair, or there's someone in spirit you have a lock of hair for, because I'm seeing hair as well. So there might be a reference to a lock of hair with somebody there also, or with the ex, which I've never really seen that with males. So that's an interesting thing, because I normally see that with females. He also keeps making reference to the dark colored dog or the black dog being there with them. Okay. Sorry for the confusion, or sorry for the extra work is how he's putting it. Let's go over here. Ouch. Let's go over here. Let's see what's going on. Oh. I'm like, where am I going? Where am I going? It's like stuff is happening on my phone here. Let's see. Okay. Love B4 Ebs. Hi, Ferny, do you see any career changes for me? Not right now. There might be an opportunity for a change or a move to a different part of the job in April or May, but you might decide to hold off and wait until July or August, because there may be another opportunity that comes up there for you. Okay. Wild XFYR. Ferny, does my mom have something to tell me besides the fact that she's around you? So if she's around you, she also keeps acknowledging that you need to have some patience. She also is acknowledging that sometimes you are not strategic in the way that you handle things, especially financially. And she's kind of like wanting to tell you like you need to be more strategic about your managing of your finances, because she's making reference to that as well. She also keeps acknowledging the number 12, so the 12th of a month or December might be connected. There's a baby with her in spirit, because she's acknowledging, actually there's 3 babies with her in spirit, so she's acknowledging 3 children or baby energies that would be connected as well. She also keeps repeating her name, so I don't know if there's plans to reuse her name for someone in the family, or if someone else has the same name and she's just acknowledging that person as well. She also keeps, interestingly enough, I keep seeing the name Terry or I want to say Terry. It's like Terry or Teresa or Tere. So there might be a connection to that name as well within the family. And she might just be acknowledging that person with her or that person here as well. Okay. Voodoo. Or it's voodoo or voodoo. I don't know. I think it's voodoo. It's just spelled differently on Instagram. Hey, Ferny, my friend told me she felt my presence when I wasn't around, and it felt like we had a discussion. You have any idea what that phenomenon was? Yes. So what happens, we are so used to being in our bodies that when we are not in our bodies, it's a little bit... it can be a little bit disconcerting if you're having like an out-of-body experience. But in this specific instance, this is no different than what's happened with me. Even though when I'm like, I'm right here in front of in my body. And when I'm sleeping. But because I have such an active dream state, what happens is when we go to sleep and when we're dreaming, we're not actually technically like using our bodies the way that we normally do when we're awake. We're pretty much checked out, and we start to shift spectrums or states of being, let's put it that way. And so this is where you start to find the astral state. This is where you start to encounter levels that lead up to like the other side. So whenever I am asleep, I hear from a lot of people on a regular basis, like literally on a regular basis, that they've had a dream about me, or that I came to them in a dream and I was like hugging them, or I gave them all this love, or I was trying to give them advice, which that's what I do in life. So I don't stop working when I'm asleep. I think you just had a similar experience. I think that you were trying to connect with your friend's energy just to offer support or help. And so you just kind of splintered yourself off. And we're multidimensional beings. We are not just singularly focus in our bodies or in this state. Like when we're not in this physical body, we really can like expand ourselves into multiple like variations of us. So that is perfectly normal. And this is why sometimes when someone's in a coma, but then you're like having a vision or seeing someone, or someone is like doing one thing or going through one situation, but then someone else is experiencing or having visions or having apparitions happening. And it's because it's that person. We can break ourselves up into pieces. This is the same. This is the same pattern that exists throughout all of creation with God. God basically broke itself into all these countless pieces, and each piece is basically like a soul which broke itself into countless pieces, which each piece is basically a spiritual being, and then the spiritual beings can break themselves into countless pieces. This is why we have soulmates, or why we have like animals that are like our soulmates. Like for example, myself, Mama Cat is my soulmate, because she's actually a piece of my own soul in form. So it's not just me and then something separate. We're actually the same being, part of the same being, but we are individuated in those physical bodies. So it's the same thing. Some people can actually like exist in multiple ways. So when you think of, and this is where it gets crazy, because when you think of past lives, people always think, oh, I just lived like one life and that was it, and every single life is in succession. No, what Aja has told me is that we actually can have multiple past lives at the same time. So we may not just exist as one person in the past. We can actually exist in multiple forms during the same time and never have anything to do with each other during that period of time. So for example, and here's the example, in one of my most recent past lives, I was a dictator in Europe, interestingly enough, which, there's more to it than that. And it's crazy. It sounds insane. But this man, he lived for like an entire lifetime. And he was born, well, technically, supposedly he was born in the late 1800s, but he lived into like I think 80s, like the late 70s, early 80s, right before I was born. And it's interesting because I think his death date is the same as my birth date, or there's like some weird number of things that are interesting. But you know, he was known as a benevolent dictator, and his name was Tito. But it was like a Western dictator who was like supposedly a really kind person, but he was still a dictator. So that was one of my past lives. And during that same period of time, there was also my other past life where I was I was one of the stewards in the Titanic that died when the ship went down. So that was another one. And those happened around the same period. So I was basically more than one person at the same time. So our souls can do that. So this is what the idea of soulmate is, and why people think about soulmates. Because if your soul splits itself into more than one being at the same time, it's going to have that multiple connection piece. And that doesn't mean that they're perfect people for each other. It just means they have that bond. But it's rare. It doesn't happen that often. People don't usually split themselves in life in several periods and then come together during that same period. It's not an often thing that occurs there, which is why I try to tell people that. I know that was a long explanation, but I just wanted to explain that because people may not realize that that's a thing, y'all. That's a thing. Nikki One Love. Hi, Ferny. How will my court case go? I don't feel like you're going to be happy with the court case. And I actually can see this being like scheduled or rescheduled 2 or 3 separate times. And even at the end, you may not be satisfied or happy with the end result. However, you can live with it. So I don't think that you'll be satisfied. I think that you can live with the result, but I don't think it's going to be what you were wanting out of it altogether. Okay. And again, it might be rescheduled 2 or 3 separate times. Baby Jalen Mommy. Want to know if my son will be eating solid food soon. I believe so. I expect so. It might take a couple more months. The weird thing is I feel like he's having a weird sensation or reaction in his mouth or in his tongue where it just doesn't, something feels off. So it's almost like a little offensive in the way that it feels or the way that it may taste. So even if you try to tempt him or try to get him to, he may just not like the way that it's like the texture. So he might have an issue with the textures. But I do think in a couple of months, you'll start to see him eating more solid. Let's go over here. Barrett or me. Where does Spirit see me going with tarot and mediumship? So what's interesting is I actually see you doing something that reminds me of like my podcast. So I think you'll actually end up doing some sort of like a podcast or weekly podcast that kind of gives advice and also helps people to make sense of stuff. So I think you're going to kind of go in that direction. I do feel that you'll continue to evolve with your tarot and with mediumship, though I don't feel like you'll focus as much on the mediumship as far as getting yourself in front of an audience or in front of people, just because that may take a little longer for you to get comfortable with. It's not that you can't do the mediumship part. It's just that your comfort with being in front of people or with being on the spot may be difficult to work through, which I completely understand because that's something I've always had to work through. But I do think that you'll progress. But I keep seeing this podcast or this like this audio thing. So I think that that's something you're going to be more into or get more into, especially around March. Okay. Tiffany Cardenas. Hi, Ferny. Do you think I get my legal matter expunged? I've been trying for months and still no answer. Hoping for good news soon. Good news so I can move forward, praying hard. I feel... I kind of feel like I'm filing something twice. I actually think you will get it expunged or it'll get expunged. But you might have to... It's almost like you get it expunged with conditions. So I feel like there's a condition to it, which may require an additional appearance, like a follow-up appearance, but I'm kind of feeling like it'll get expunged, okay? Steph Sup RT. So I don't even know how to say it. If I'm saying it incorrectly, please excuse me on YouTube. Good evening, Ferny. Do you see me getting into a serious long-term relationship soon? What's his name? His name is M.A. Like, it's interesting because I wasn't saying McAllen. McAllen, that's not even like, I've never heard of any McAllen. It's like Mac. They may actually go by Mac. It may be it might be like a weird name, but I feel like they go by a short name like Mac or Mackie. So I feel like that's the person's name. Soon, no, I think that you're about 2 years away from this, maybe 2.5 years. So this is a whiles away, okay? Now, there might be someone that you start talking to later this year. His name is Omar or Omar. It's either OM or AM sounding. It's got an Omar or Omar sounding name, okay? Jennifer Steelquist Mashburn on Facebook. I recently changed jobs. Was this a good move? I don't think you're gonna be happy. I wouldn't be surprised if you changed jobs again in early 2022. It's not the worst thing in the world. I do think that you'll learn a lot, but I just don't think you're gonna be happy with it. So I think that in early 2022 you'll end up changing jobs again. Okay. Dana Deckard Hernandez. Hey, Fernie, my father-in-law passed last Wednesday. Do you have any messages from him for my family? Yes. First of all, he keeps showing me something that reminds me of like black beads or a black necklace. So I don't know if there's a black beads or black necklace that is connected to him in some way, but I'm seeing that. He also keeps acknowledging thank you. There might be a picture of him where he's wearing like a blue shirt or a blue sports shirt, because I kind of keep seeing like a blue shirt. So he's making reference to that. He also keeps acknowledging the wallet. So I don't know if y'all still have his wallet, or if y'all are if his son, it's your father-in-law, right? Yeah. If his son is going to keep his wallet, but he's making reference to a wallet or to a piece of leather, because I'm kind of seeing that as well. He also keeps acknowledging January. So January maybe we're in January. So January is significant, or there's this our date with January, because he's acknowledging that as well. Besides his passing, so there might be another date as well. There are 2 babies with him in spirit, so there might be 2 babies that were miscarried, lost, or terminated, or on the way that he's trying to acknowledge or make reference to as well. Jose, yeah. So he's also acknowledging the name Jose or Jose, so that might be significant as well, because I keep seeing that. And this is Joe, but I want to say it's more Jose. He's okay. He is with 3 other males. One of them feels more like a brother or a friend type energy. And there's also 2 females as well in spirit with him. Okay. Christy Edmonds, I'd love to connect with a friend of mine that passed when we were 18. It's been 13 years. They're showing me I don't know if it's deuce or peace sign, but I feel like there's a deuce or a peace sign reference to it, or either that, or there's something about making like gestures in a picture and being funny or being silly, because I kind of am seeing that vibe. I also keep seeing, thank you. They're showing me an image in a reddish colored vehicle. So either there's like a red vehicle that y'all took a picture in, or there's a reddish colored vehicle that would be significant. They're also acknowledging thank you. They're repeating their name. So their name may have been used twice since their passing, which means people may have reused the name or named children after them. But I'm seeing it twice. So there might be 2 names that are significant for them. They also keep referencing Kermit the Frog. I don't know why Kermit the Frog, but I'm seeing a frog. So it's either Kermit the Frog or there's a frog connection, because I keep seeing that green, like lizard looking thing. I don't know what that is, but it almost reminds you of that green looking thing. I also keep seeing Scream. Do you remember the movie Scream with Drew Barrymore back in the day? And like, I keep seeing that. So I don't know if there's a funny joke about the Scream movies or about the movie that was like Scream, and like getting good laughs, etc. They messed with the DVD player. So after their passing, something weird might have happened, where like the DVD player door opened by itself, or it just did something weird, because they're showing me something with the DVD. Either that, or there was a DVD made in honor of them and you have this DVD, but there's a reference there as well. Okay. go over here. Let's see. Big Hoop Synergy. Hi, Ferny Love. I recently started C&D and I'm definitely having a good time. 5 days ago, he told me that he wants something more serious. How do you see things going if I agree? Thoughts? I actually think it could go well. The thing about it is that they may kind of put their foot in their mouth, meaning that they may overly commit and then you may get mixed messages after you take it to the next level. But I almost feel like you would have to go through that anyways, just because they may in their minds be kind of approaching things differently than what the reality is going to be. So you might just have to test them out to see how they do. I don't feel bad though. I don't feel like they're out to like hurt you or to like screw you over. And I do think that they are evolving in their feelings for you. So I give it a shot and go for it and see how you feel. Samantha Darko. Hi, Fernie. I miss Ep so much. Did he love me? Will he be back? I do not trust this person's emotional state. I don't feel like this person was honest with the way they felt. And I also think that this person was kind of not really in tune with themselves emotionally as well. So I don't really feel like there was the same level of love that you might be feeling or the same level of connection that you would desire. I actually don't think you were in love with them either. I think that you were just in love with the idea of this person. So I actually disagree with you as well. And I don't think that there's real love there either. I do think that you're in love with the idea of it or the idea of what it could have been, not necessarily the person themselves. Caring, yes. Miss them, maybe. But love, I'm not feeling that. I also think they will not be coming back. So I don't think that you're going to get another chance with them. I think that they're already moved on. So I would say you may need to like move forward. You might hear about this person later this year or early next year and hear about some things that have gone down or are going down with that person in their life at that time. But I still don't think that there's going to be like a reunion there. Okay. Oh yeah, Chacha. She's like my cup. Yeah, this is my Friends cup. You know, Friends, the show Friends. If you ever watch an episode of Friends, in Monica's apartment, she has these mugs. This is why I bought this mug because I kept seeing that. I was like, that's a really cool mug. And then when I could not for the life of me figure out what the name of the mug was, and I was looking and looking and looking, and I finally found it. It's Libby Glass. I think it's the company that mixes Libby. But that's where the mug's from. But if you ever see an episode of Friends, this is why I got the mug because of the damn show. So. T squared's like hot tea with lemon. Yeah, sometimes. Depends on the tea. I'm having Earl Grey because I love my Earl Grey. Because of Picard and like Star Trek. But yeah, I love tea. I love tea. I love coffee. I love tea. Let's see where we at in our time. Let me bring somebody on. I think it's time to bring somebody on. So let's do China Doll. Hey, China Doll, I'm coming on here. So I can increase the volume. Hello, China.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. How you doing?
Good.
What do you want to ask me, Mama?
I'm in a current relationship and I wanted to know where this was going. And also, my brother passed away when my mom was pregnant with me. I never knew exactly how he passed away. And so I wanted to know a little bit if he has anything to say.
Yeah, I feel like your brother passed away from an accident. So I feel like it was an accident that pretty much stopped his heart and kept him from having enough oxygen in his system. So I feel like it was a combination of things. But it was an accident. And I think that, yeah, it was an accident. I just feel like people may not want to talk about it because they feel guilty. So I think that's where that's going from. But it's no one's fault. It was meant to be. Relationship. You sure you want to know what I see?
Yes.
I keep saying the back and forth. So I'm kind of feeling back and forth, back and forth. So y'all may have several breaks before y'all finally like kaput. I also feel like the past relationship is affecting this one, which means that there's a past relationship that is having an impact or an effect on this one, even if that person's not even in the picture. So it just feels like it just like is getting in there and causing issues to come up that shouldn't be happening because of it. So I feel like it's just going to keep going back and forth. And at some point, one of you is just going to like break off and be done with it.
Okay.
I keep seeing 2 marriages. Have you been married before?
Yes, once before.
You're going to have another marriage. So you have another marriage coming your way. It's going to take a little time. How old are you right now, Mama?
33.
You've got a while. I'm not saying you're getting married until 38, so it's a while. That doesn't mean, don't freak out. It doesn't mean you're going to have to wait till 38 till you get married. It just means that you may not actually, like on paper, get married until you're 38. So you might just have to wait a while. The person's name is Gregory. Gregory or Gray, because I see GRE or G. You're straight, right? Just making sure, because sometimes people are like, "Oh no, I'm gay," and I'm like, "Oh, well, apply to a female."
No, I'm straight.
Okay, got it. It's a Gregory name, so it's like Gregory sounding name.
Okay.
Okay. All right, sweetheart. You take care of yourself. Okay.
You.
Bye, mama.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, let's go to the next person. I know people always like people when people ask me and then they hear something they don't want to hear. It's hard because I have to be honest with people. I'm that psychic where when people come to me and they're like, every single psychic I've been to has said this person's my soulmate. I'm the first one that will say no. I'm like, they're making money off of your ass because that no, like you need to like be done with it. So that's just the one that I am. But sometimes you can change. I always tell people you can change the future. If you really care about a relationship, you can work on it and you can like make it better. The problem is that in most cases, most people don't want to work on their relationships. They don't want to make it better. They just want to like let it work itself out, not actually thinking that anything needs to happen. And that's the problem is like people, we need to work on our relationships. We need to hear each other. So let's go over here. Let's do Anel. Let's see if Anel comes on. Hello.
Hi,
Hi, sweetheart. How you doing?
good, and you?
I'm good. Are your glasses pink? They kind of have like a pinkish tinge to them.
Yes, they are pink,
Oh,
but
I love that.
they're like
The blue
blocking.
screen? The blue
Mhm.
screen? Yeah, I have to, mine's are the same way. They're for blue screens because I have perfect vision. Like it'll be like pitch black outside at night and I can still see. My partner's like, I can't see nothing. I'm like, that's okay. I got a little light now though, so when I'm walking I can put my little light on and then we can see like the path and stuff. So
Bless you. I
uh,
am blind, blind, blind. I wear
oh
contacts.
no, girl. What do you want to ask me about?
I have a question. What do you see, with like the recent changes with the administration and all of that?
Hmm.
I have DACA, so I'm just curious about that. Like, do you see
Hmm.
anything when you see me specifically, like if I will be able to, go back home to Mexico one
Hmm.
day?
Hmm. Yeah. I feel that there is going to be kind of a sweeping reform of the DACA initiative. I think that there will actually be kind of like a sweeping law in September-ish, maybe August or September of this year. So around that time, I feel like everybody who pretty much did what they were supposed to do is going to more than likely be granted citizenship, but it's a 3-year process, meaning that it's like you have to wait 3 years to complete the process or be, it's like a, the way I want to call it, it's like a guarantee. It's almost like if you've done all of these things, you are pretty much guaranteed a like formalized citizenship. So you don't even have to consider yourself this like secondhand citizen, but there,
Mhm.
you have to be in this like program for 3 years, meaning that if nothing happens for 3 years or if everything goes exactly the way it's supposed to, by that 3-year mark, you're done and like you are an official like citizen of the U.S. without even having to be worried about that being ever taken away from you. But it's more like for paper because even before then, when this happens in like August or September, you're technically already like granted full like rights, but it's like official. It takes for some reason, I don't know what the 3-year thing is going to be with this, but that's what I'm seeing there. So to answer your question, I think that you will be done and not have to worry so much about this once August or September comes. And yes, I do see you revisiting or visiting Mexico in January,
Dinner. Okay.
1 year from now.
Okay, cool.
I also see you doing or getting into social work as well. So you'll actually be getting into social work type stuff with people who are bilingual or who speak both languages.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, because it'll be through a government funded program. There's a lot of jobs that are going to be produced this year because of the government. Because once everything is finalized with the election and everything like we're finally switched over to Biden, people are going to start seeing weird things with like the market and also with finances and money, and they're going to like automatically they're going to blame Biden. But this is just more of like a we've pretty much been living on credit for like the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So once this is done, people are like the reporting and all that will get accurate, and then you'll see a lot of these discrepancies with money and the income and the government, etc. And so it is going to create, I believe, a depression financially. But I do think the government's going to produce a crap load of jobs to help stabilize and shore up a lot of the financial situation that we're going to be dealing with, and a lot of independent contractors and government and like American companies are going to get a lot of money from this because they're going to be able to essentially make money off of being funded by the government for
Yeah.
making jobs for Americans here. So it'll be an interesting thing to see. No one's ever going to be happy. Like people saying like, oh, well, people can have whatever opinions they have, but you will never be happy with whoever is in office. Just except for this last 4 years, which is a whole different. This is like a different category altogether. That's what
Yeah.
that is about. But aside from that, there will be a lot coming down the pipeline. So give it a few more months.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, all right,
Thank you.
sweetheart. You're welcome.
Have a great day.
You too. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's go to Diana here. Diana. Oh, unable to join. She must be on a computer, I think. That's probably why. Let's go to Tayana. Let's go to Tayana Banana. Let's go there. Let's see if she comes on here. Hey,
Yeah,
sweetheart. How you
hi.
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hold on just a second. Hold on. I
Yeah.
wanted to answer this person's. Hey, Ferny, I know this may sound weird, but I misplaced my AirPods after Christmas and been looking ever since for them around the house, car, clothes, and can't find them. They're in the bathroom. Does Mitri look in the bathroom? I don't know why I keep seeing cabinets or the bathroom. So I don't know if like there was stuff that has been like put in the bathroom that's new, but I want you to kind of look in the bathroom cabinets or in bathroom closets or where like towels and stuff. I don't know why they would be. It's almost like I feel like I'm walking around with towels or clothes and I have them with me, put it down, and they kind of like fall off somewhere. So check the bathroom. All right. What questions did you have?
Hey, so I've been unemployed due to this whole COVID situation since March of last year, and I'm like, I enjoyed the time off. It was fun. The unemployment was coming, so that kept
Yeah,
me afloat.
yeah.
But I'm ready to
Get back
get
to
back
work.
out there, and I'm just having a really hard time, like finding work.
Hmm.
Everything is getting rejected, and
Hmm.
just need some guidance as to where I should focus.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually see you getting a job. It's interesting because I keep seeing, whenever someone's filming a movie or someone's like making a documentary or someone's shooting a clip or something like that, you always have people who are like supporting the backstage or the stuff behind the
I
scenes.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep seeing that because I keep seeing you with the board or with a pad, and then you having like one thing, and you're like coordinating with other people who are working on something.
And
So
that's
check with
similar
local.
to
Say
similar to
what?
what I used to do. It's similar to my line of work because I am in the event industry. Well, I was.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah.
Cool. Well, with this one, I want you to look into any opportunities through media production or opportunities where you could actually travel. If it's a set or a movie thing, then you can travel for a little while, work on a project, and then do another one. Because I feel like there's something there that you would be able to do and do well.
Okay. Oh my God, so exciting.
Yeah, and I
Thank
think
you.
that you'll have something. You may still be unemployed for another 3 months, but right around summertime is when I feel something solid is there, and then you'll start picking. It's gonna leave. It's one job will give you another job, will give you another job. So it's almost gonna be like this ongoing series of jobs, and I feel like it'll just start off with that one, with that first one.
Okay. Any like so you say it's gonna be a few months
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
before
yeah, and I do see you participating in something that's going to be shot in Georgia. Where are you right now?
in Miami,
Okay. Oh,
Florida.
perfect. Because I kept seeing, I was wondering when I was in Florida. I see you going up to Georgia and taking part in something up in Georgia because I do know that they have studios in Georgia as well. So it might be something
Okay.
up in Georgia.
Okay. Oh my
Hmm.
God, amazing. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome, sweetheart. Will you take
Thank
care of
you.
yourself?
You too. Thank you. Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Ba ba ba. Ba ba boom. Ba ba boom. Let's do t squared. Let's see. T squared 0211. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so I'll go ahead and skip that person and try someone else. Andy Swan keeps popping in, like, she keeps, like, I don't know why. Like, some people, sometimes when I'm going through the list, there are people who are like, it's just like, I can't get away from it, or like, I can't escape that person's energy. So I feel like I need to,
Oh
like,
my
come to Andy. Hey, Andy.
gosh.
How you
I
doing,
can't believe
sweetheart?
it. Good. Just wait, give me a second. I will run. Wait, wait. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
Oh, thank you for asking. I'm good. I have some questions.
Mhm,
My husband passed away 2 months ago,
mhm.
and I want to know if you have any message for me.
Yeah. So first, let's start there. He's pulling it on my neck. So do you have 2 necklaces that are connected to him?
Yeah.
Got it. He also keeps doing, he's doing, I feel like I want to do like a symbol with my fingers, like I'm saying okay, but it's not okay. It's almost like something like I want to do something like this. Do you know there's a message or like a sign that he used to do?
No.
It's almost like
I
I feel like I want to do this, like I want to make a circle with a line. It's there's something there because I feel like I want to make this.
probably, like probably, yeah.
He's also acknowledging like a stuffed animal or stuffed bear. Do you know there's a stuffed animal or stuffed bear that's
Yeah,
got it?
I
He's
have
acknowledging that.
two. Yeah,
Perfect. So
he
he's
gave me
making
that.
reference. Perfect. He also keeps acknowledging the flag. Do y'all have a flag on the wall?
He was a military, so they give me a
Oh,
flag when he passed away.
perfect. He's just acknowledging the fact the flag that's significant. So he's making reference to that. He also keeps
Oh,
acknowledging the second in line within his group. Do you know if he was like the second in line to be in
he
charge or
I don't know. I don't think so.
it's almost like it's only awarded to certain people where there's like I don't even know what I'm talking about because I don't know enough about the military structure, but it's almost like
Me
there's like
neither.
the person who's making decisions and then there's a person that's kind of like a support, but it's a very interesting position for people in that position. It's almost like a deputy type thing, like a deputy or like the second in command or second in line to get something.
Maybe, yeah. Like he was in really good
That
position in the military, so yeah.
either that or he's the second person to receive something that day. But there's something about that because he's showing me like second in line or second to receive something. So there's a reference there. He also keeps showing me Canada. Do you know if there's a connection to Canada or traveling to Canada?
He knows I love Canada, and I always want to go to live there. Well, it's my
Okay.
dream, go to live in Canada.
I kind of feel like he's trying to give you permission or telling you you should go visit or you should go. So I almost feel like he's trying to acknowledge that. You might even get an opportunity to go without even planning for it because he's making reference to there being an opportunity as well. He also keeps writing on my skin. Do you know if he had a tattoo with you or about you
I
on
made a
him?
tattoo with him, about him,
Okay, he's just
like in
acknowledging the
my
tattoo.
arm,
Oh,
like
perfect.
here.
Got it. So, oh, perfect. So he's just acknowledging the
Um,
tattoo. He also keeps acknowledging, thank you. Is there a Gwen or a Gwendolyn or Gwen or Guinevere name?
he, he like Queen. He always called me Queen.
Oh, okay. He called you Quinn.
Yeah, always.
Oh, perfect. Okay, got
Or
it.
in
Because I,
Spanish, like he told me Reina always.
oh, okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's fine. Because I keep hearing, I'm hearing Gwendolyn in my head. So he's trying to probably call you the nickname or the name that he knows you by. He also keeps acknowledging the pictures inside of the booth. Did y'all take pictures
He
inside of
gave
like the,
he gave me a book like for my birthday, and actually before he died, like he complete with photos.
oh, perfect. Got it. Okay. Are there like several of y'all kissing or being sweet to each other? Yeah, that's it. Because he's
Yeah,
acknowledging this picture. So he's acknowledging these pictures and these images. He also keeps acknowledging, thank you, Raphael or Ramsey. Is there a R-A-M or R-A?
Ramsey,
Who is
Ramsey.
who is that to him?
It's a friend.
Okay. He's still alive though, right?
He is what?
He's still alive, the friend?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
He probably just trying to say hello to his friend Ramsey or just acknowledge the friend. Do you know if the friend's
Hmm.
getting married or there's a baby on the way?
It's a friend getting married, like her best friend, his
Got it.
best friend.
He's just acknowledging he knows what's going on and he's aware of what's happening.
Oh,
Okay. He says that
oh.
he is very proud of you. He also says that he laid in bed with you. So if you woke up feeling like he was laying down, he said that was him. He was laying in bed with you. He also
Hmm.
says that you're the love of his life and that if he was going to live as long as he did, he's glad he got a chance to have you in it. So he's acknowledging and making
Oh
reference
my
to that.
gosh.
Yeah.
That made me so happy.
There's a cat in spirit with him as well. So did you ever have a cat or do you know of a cat in spirit?
We used to take care of two cats, like with or in the house that we live.
Okay, because he's acknowledging. Do you know if one of them passed away or one of them's passed?
No, they are like alive. But it's funny because he hates cats. But when I started living with him and we started taking care of these cats, he was like super happy and he was always playing with the cats and like, and when he passed away, the cats were with him in the apartment. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, so it's possible he might just be trying to acknowledge like the cat's being with him when he passed away because he was showing me a cat. So it's also possible there's a cat with him in spirit, and you just have to figure that out. But he's just
Oh my
referencing
gosh.
the kitty cats. He loves you, and he's with you,
Oh.
sweetheart. He's opening
Mm.
your hand and he's putting your ring in there, which means he's giving you permission to move forward when you're ready.
Oh.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Also, I have other question. Like,
Mhm.
do you see me buying a house this year? Because I'm in the
Mhm.
process, but I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I see you buying in 7 months.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right, sweetheart.
Yeah, all
You,
right. Thank you
you
very
take
much.
care. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye bye. Let's go to Lucero. Let's see if I get Lucero on here. Hello. Hi, how you doing?
I'm getting you.
I'm good, sweetheart. Thank you for wearing a mask.
Well, thank you. I'm actually at work right now.
Perfect, perfect. What did you want to ask me?
So I wanted to ask a couple of things. Last week you did a reading with one of my aunts, and you talked to my grandma. So I just wanted to know if there's any messages from my grandma, and then also I wanted to know if there's anything career-wise. I'm currently in college, so I just wanted to see something about that.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like even though you might not think you're going to go longer, but I feel like you still have 2 more years that you're going to do in school.
I'm in
So
my third year.
you what?
I'm in my third year.
Oh, got it, got it. Well, even though you're 30, how long is the program that you're in?
It's 4 years. I'm an undergrad.
I feel like you're going to do 4 years and then you'll do an additional year, which I don't know what the additional year is for, but that's what I'm seeing. It's not either that or you're going to split the last year into 2 years and you may not do it all at once. Um, Actually, I'm leaning more towards that than you actually doing an additional year of extra stuff. So I actually think you're just going to end up splitting because I feel like you're going to get really, really busy next year. You're not going to be able to do the full load that you've been doing. So I actually think that you're going to have so much going on that you're going to end up having to just kind of delay a little bit of some of that. But I do feel like you'll finish, but I keep seeing 2 more years. So by the end of next year, you should be done, is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay. Going back to your grandma, she keeps showing me her glasses. Do y'all have her glasses?
I believe we have a couple of pairs for glasses, yes.
Okay. Do you also have like the special masks? You know those Mardi Gras masks or the masks that go on the wall? Do y'all have masks that are connected to her or like a face that's connected to her on the wall? Not a picture, but like a mask or something like that.
There's on our wall there's like a picture that's near her picture, of a, I think it's an Indian like kneeling or something like that. That's what we have that's near her.
No, I don't think this is like a picture. I feel like this is an actual mask. So like either like a Mardi Gras mask or a clown mask or a um like a porcelain doll mask. There's like something like that because I keep seeing like the shape of a porcelain, almost like that shape that I'm reminded of when it's ceramic. So there's something there that she's making reference to. So just keep an eye out for that because she's acknowledging that. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Did you make her a mask or did you make a mask?
No, she passed away maybe about 3 years ago, over 3 years ago.
Okay.
Um,
I kind
yeah.
of feel now this is when you were in school, when you were a kid, did you make faces or a mask that's like out of paper or just like it's just a face? Did you ever make those?
Honestly, I don't
Okay,
remember.
that's okay.
Yeah.
If you all go back to her stuff, there's like a face there, so because she keeps making reference to that, so she's acknowledging that. She also, thank you, Bambi, Bambo. Is there like a Bambi or Bambo nickname?
No, we used to call her Ani. That was her name. Her name was Ani.
No, this is Bambi or Bembi or Bambi or Bombi. It's almost like a nickname that she's trying to acknowledge or make reference to. So there's an acknowledgement to a name like that. She also keeps showing me a ring. Do you have her ring?
We have multiple rings she gave us. I think I have one of them, but my
Okay,
sister has like the main one that she has.
perfect. Do you know if someone was talking about actually taking some of them or one of them and redoing it into something else for everybody?
I'm not sure.
Remember that I
Yeah, I'm
said
not
that
sure.
because she's acknowledging someone either fixing one of the rings because it's messed up or doing something with one of the rings for everybody because she's acknowledging that as
Okay.
well. She is acknowledging the number 20 or 22. Do you know if 20 of the 22nd is connected?
The 22nd is my mom's birthday.
Okay, so she's probably just acknowledging mom's birthday. She also keeps acknowledging the 15th. Do you know if the 15th is significant?
The 15th is my cousin Francine's birthday.
Okay. Whenever we go out into like cousins or we go out to like, I feel like I'm going too far out because whenever I like read for people, I always want to like give them something that's like closer to home. And whenever like, oh, it's my cousin's brother's, uncle's, third sister's friend's birthday. No, that ain't it. Like I want to bring it back closer. So it might be another date. So I would just say keep your eyes open because it could be another date as well. She also keeps referencing, thank you. Does she at one point color her hair reddish color?
I did, not
Oh,
her.
okay, so she's acknowledging your hair being a reddish color or acknowledging that. She also says she's tickled your feet or tickled your toes when you've been in bed. So she's acknowledging messing with your feet or your toes.
Oh, wow.
Okay. She also acknowledges dropping coins or leaving coins in random places. So you might find coins in like the oddest places. She's also acknowledging that as well. She also talks about you writing something and then posting it. Did you write something in honor of her and post it?
No, but I do always like write notes on my on my calendar.
Mm-mm.
Not specifically about her, but
No,
like
no. This has got to do with, I almost feel like it's either writing something and then it's added onto the online for her or writing her obituary. There's something about writing something for her and then posting it online or putting it online. So she's acknowledging something like that. And she even acknowledges like Mother's Day or either Mother's Day or something like that. So this would have been connected to like a Mother's Day event.
oh, I honestly I
That's
don't
okay.
remember anything
That's
like
okay. I'll
that.
leave it with you. It's almost like I'm thanking so and so for teaching me this or that. It's almost like I'm honoring someone for teaching me something. That's the way she's describing her.
Interesting. Oh, I did speak at her funeral, so I'm not sure if it was that.
Okay. And did you also write the thing that they used for the paper or for the book for her?
No, I just wrote something, like I wrote something myself, but we did have something like on there that like we chose and then it was like a bookmarker that we
Okay.
had. And I kept that with me.
Okay. Because this is probably what she's talking about because she's acknowledging the thing that was written in honor of her. So she's making reference to that. She also keeps, thank you. Is there a Juanita name connection?
I don't think so.
Well, it's like a J. It's like a J female, like Juanita or Julieta or Juliana. It's like a J female name.
Yeah. Um,
That's okay.
yeah, I
That's
don't
okay.
want
I'll leave that with you
to
because you are still
decide.
working. You're going to need to go back over the recording just because there's a lot of pieces there that you're like, what? And that's okay because your mind isn't there. Go back over the recording. She also acknowledged getting her a gift. Did you still get her a little like gift or a little it almost feels like a fake gift. It's almost like a little like a present, but it's like a fake present. If that makes any sense. You know how like they have the
Uh,
little statues, the little figurines. Do y'all have a little present figurine that y'all got for her?
for her, no, but I did. I mean, she did give me something that like what that I have in my room. It was like a mockingbird, like the twist that like it plays music, something
Mm,
like that. That's something
no,
that I
no,
have.
no, no. This is like I'm looking like at a gift that's like porcelain. It's not like a packaged gift with a box and bow. It's like a fake gift that's like a little figurine. So sometimes like they have boxes and they open up and inside of it there you can put a ring or this like a piece of there's something like this that she's showing me.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm not really sure. I could
That,
ask my mom about it. Yeah.
that's okay. Just yeah, when you get home ask your mom. But take a look at the recording because there's a lot there that you might have missed. But she's around you, sweetheart. Go back over the recording because what I'm telling you, there's 2 or 3 things you're gonna be like, oh my god, I know what he's talking about now once you go back over it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, sweetheart. You take care of yourself.
Thank you. You too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
She's proud of you, by the way. I needed to get that across because she's acknowledging being proud of you. Let's go to what is it? Holy crap! It's Skim. That's a funny name. Let's go here. I think this might be. Um, let's see if she comes on. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing, sweetheart?
Good, I'm okay.
Awesome. What do you want to ask me about?
I was just wondering if my grandpa had any messages for me.
Yeah. I'm seeing two grandpas. Do you have another grandpa in spirit as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're both together. One of the grandpas, did one of the grandpas serve in the military or was it the Navy?
I think he was.
Okay, because I'm seeing my grandpa, who was in the military as well. So I'm seeing that. I also keep seeing a ring. Do y'all have your grandpa's ring?
I don't know if my mom does because it's two grandpas, one for my dad's dad, and my mom.
That's
Excuse me,
okay.
my mom's mom.
No worries, that's okay. I'm gonna assume it's the first grandpa that's giving me the details. So there might be a ring connection to the first grandpa because I'm thinking that's who's saying this. So there's a reference there. Is there also a Pochi, Bachi, Apache? Is there like a Pochi or Bachi nickname that is connected?
No, I don't think so.
It's almost like I want to say punch, but it's not punch. It's like bunch or like, there's a name like that or a saying
I'm
like
not
that.
sure because again, if it's from my dad's dad, I really not sure. I never met him, so it's really hard to say.
That's
if
okay.
it's
No worries. No worries, and you can find out. He also keeps acknowledging. Thank you. The family of three. Are there three of you? The kids?
No.
Okay. Your grandpa's acknowledging three kids. So either you got three kids, or he's acknowledging his three kids because he's making reference to the three kids.
Yeah. No.
Okay. He also keeps acknowledging. Thank you. Alani. Alan. Alan. I feel like it's a female name, but I'm saying it as Alan. Is there an Alan niece or Alan sounding name as well that's connected to the family?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's hard.
That's okay. Alanis is the way it's spelled out. ALAN, and then there's like a E or S sounding.
You know what? Yes. My brother's daughter, my niece, my baby niece.
Okay. What is her name?
Alanis.
Oh, Alanis. Oh, y'all really? Like, I'm like a big Alanis fan. Like, okay, so that's okay. He's probably acknowledging the baby. Thank you. She's shown me the number 4. Is she 4 years old?
She's gonna be 4.
He's wishing her a happy birthday. So he's acknowledging and wishing her a happy birthday. He comes around her, so she might actually describe seeing a man or seeing some things. He says that he comes around her. Butterflies are connected to him, and dragonflies are connected to him because he's making reference to that as well. He's also talking about either a box or a piece of wood that has a dragon on it. Do y'all know of something like that that's connected to Grandpa?
No, I don't think
It's
so.
like a snake or a dragon that's on the box, or it's on a piece of wood, or it's like wood. But it's got like either a snake or a dragon because he's making reference to that. So I'll leave that with you as well. He also talks about 2 babies in spirit with him as well. Do you know of 2 babies that were miscarried, lost, or terminated? He's just acknowledging that the babies are with him as well. He's also talking about the little bitty dog. Did y'all have like a little bitty like dog? It's not a Chihuahua, but it's a small dog, like a terrier or a Yorkie kind of dog.
No.
The name might even start with the M, like Mimi or Mishi or Mimi. It's got a name like that, this dog. So there's a dog connected to y'all as well that he's got in spirit with them. So there's a reference there. He's acknowledging his lungs. Do you know if he was having difficulty with his respiratory system? Because he's pointing to his lungs.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's acknowledging that. He also says there were 2 events or 2 missed checks or missed diagnoses. Do you know if this was missed twice or there was 2? Okay, because he's making reference to that. He doesn't want to blame anybody for this happening because he says that if anything, he did not want. It's weird because even though they missed this, I almost feel like he ended up having like almost like an infection or like sepsis. So did you know if there was like an infection that also triggered or caused the end of his life?
To be honest, I'm not sure because he wasn't living with me when he passed.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, the way he's making me, it's almost like his passing was unexpected. He's not making me feel like people knew thought he was gonna pass. Then they were actually caught off guard. It's how he's making me feel. So he's just making reference to that. He didn't want to have to like linger forever. He was like ready to go,
Yeah.
but he's just acknowledging that he is okay. He's fine. He also is super smiling. So there might be a funny picture of him smiling. He's just acknowledging his picture and he's just saying this. He's happy and he's okay.
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 All right, sweetheart. You take care of yourself.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Mama.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, let me do a couple more text versions and then I'm going to switch over to the study group here. Andrea Soders on Facebook. Hi, Ferny. Should I change my career, go into social media management, or look to start my interactive entertainment business? I actually think you'll end up going into marketing that has to do with small businesses and video content. So I actually think you'll end up making money off of doing work for small companies or small businesses or individuals who have their own business, but they want to be able to promote and market themselves better. So it's essentially doing it for other people, not for yourself, but it would still yield you quite a bit of money. So I feel like it's going to become something like that. Give it a couple of years though, because you might kind of drag your feet a little bit. It's hard to commit yourself to something if it's not a guaranteed. And I think you like guarantees. So Linda Walton, would love to hear from my husband or mom or dad. First of all, I'm hearing happy birthday. So I'm assuming that we're within 30 days of a birthday or one of them passed around their own birthday, but I kind of feel like it's within 30 days. So I'm thinking that's where they're going with it. I almost feel like this is more your husband than anything else. I keep smelling like a smoke scent, but I don't think it's like smoking. I'm not thinking it's like smoking. I'm thinking it has more to do with like petrol or oil or like gasoline because I keep smelling that. So I don't know if he was really good with mechanical or he used to do that kind of work because I keep smelling that. So there's a reference there. He also keeps acknowledging the beeping sound that may come from the kitchen appliances. So if you have a weird beeping sound that just happens to come from an appliance from time to time, that might be his way of trying to get your attention. He also keeps acknowledging Cindy or Cynthia names. So there's a Sin sounding name like that. He also keeps making reference to, it's because he keeps talking about a younger female or a younger girl. So I don't know if there's a younger girl that he's wanting to acknowledge or he's wanting to bring up because I'm almost seeing like a younger girl, but I feel like she may still be alive. So I want to say this is a female that he might be acknowledging or making reference to as well. He also keeps referencing thank you. He's doing this in his picture. So I don't know if you have the praying hands next to his image or if with his memorial there's an image of that, but he's making acknowledgement to that as well. Okay. Let's see, one more over here, and I think I'm gonna. Cindy, here's Cindy here. Hi, Franny. Do you see a change in my career or what direction I should look? Yeah, I feel like it's gonna have to do with I feel like it has to do with teaching, but it doesn't feel like a traditional teaching job, which is why I'm taking my time to figure this out. Because traditionally, when I see like a teaching job or teacher, I see education, I see that whole vibe. But I kind of want to put teaching or teach. I kind of want to put teaching in with legal because I want to put them together. So I want to put like legal and then teaching together. And I feel like there's something there that you'll go into or that you'll end up establishing yourself in. It may take you a couple of years though, but I feel like you'll find something there that works for you. Okay. All right, guys. I love you all. I will be back Friday evening, same time, same place. Until then, thank you so much for participating. And I will be back in a few minutes to do the study group. Okay. Love you.